What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this multi-time frame forecast. We're going to be going over USD Japanese yen. And before we get started, I want you guys to do one thing, and that is like this idea. Not only does it support us, but it gives others an opportunity to scrape away some pips if they're following along. And at the very minimum, get some education, learning how to read the charts and making sense of everything. Remember, candles are words, and the words create a story. And the chart itself is just one big book, and you're trying to decipher the words to understand and make sense of the story. So that being said, we're going to start on the monthly time frame like always, and then we're just going to pray and spray on some of these peaks and valleys, these areas of structure, so we can determine whether or not they have critical areas of significance for us relative to where price is at or could potentially be going. Remember, we're not necessarily trying to be the most accurate with these, but what we're trying to do, the main emphasis is primarily just trying to determine if these areas of structure on the monthly time frame align with any fibs. So once we've done that, we can actually go into our fibs. We're going to go swing low, swing high. And we can see that for this particular leg, we already had a 78%, 78% retracement. So we're just going to mark that down, 78% plus structure. And this is major structure too. So we're going to put that on the monthly time frame. And the reason why we say it's major structure, because if we go back here, we can see that it was tested once, twice, and 3 times. So it was confirmed. This one as well is major structure because it was tested, initiated, tested, confirmed, tested again. So this one is likely to be an area of resistance for us. So we're going to actually mark that up as well. So here's this. And then we're also going to do this one. So once we've done that, we can go into the weekly and just kind of determine whether or not we're going to see anything interesting coming on. And so for this weekly leg, what we're going to do is we're going to take a swing low, swing high from this particular leg right here. Oops, wrong way. Swing high, swing low. And we're just going to see whether or not we have any type of confluence with areas of structure. Now we can see this 38% aligned with that previous 61%. So what we're going to do is 61% fib, and that would be monthly leg. And then we're also going to do 38%, 38% fib, and that's going to be the weekly leg. And then that's also going to be structure, and that's going to be monthly. So this is what we're doing. We're basically trying to find critical areas of structure that are relative to where price is at and where it could potentially be going. And right here, just because we see an area of confluence, as in structure and 2 fibs, does not necessarily mean it's just going to be a pivot point. However, there's a high probability, probabilistically speaking, that it is and it will be a pivot point because this area is a liquidation zone. And if we go back to this monthly time frame, even throw on the line chart, we can just see a general downtrend as well. So actually, that's another thing that we can add to our assessment, that this is actually going to be coinciding with a trend line on the monthly time frame. So remember, with these trend lines, you want to make sure that you are trading on the second candle as a confirmation. So if we have a breakout like we did here, we want to wait for the second candle to close before, and then we're going to do a certain pips below that, and that will be our entry zone. Similarly, if we close below, we want to wait for a second candle, and that's going to give us a signal saying, hey, we actually might be safe. So for example, here we had this nice doji and with a long wick, and then we had the second candle that came down. And what we did here, we would have put a entry right here, and the stop loss just above. And you would have been safe. You would have made some money. So same concept here, guys. And so what we're going to do is throw on two different trades. So this is going to be trade one. And assuming that this actually becomes an area for us to trade, what we're going to do is we're just going to do this. We're going to delete these, delete some other lines that aren't necessarily valuable at the moment. Real quick, I do want to emphasize this. So if we go swing high, swing low from this weekly leg, what we can see here, even from here, the 88% is likely going to be hit up here if this does not get respected. So we have a probability of making it up towards this area of structure right here, the 10.9.40, and so to keep that in mind, guys. So I'll actually write that up for you guys as well. But anyways, this is what we're looking at right here. We want to wait for the daily confirmation. So when we start seeing some bearish momentum happening, as in we start making strides for lower lows or start making some triple double tops, we're going to start looking for some shorts and then wait for confirmations on the daily and 4 hour. But for now, this is what we're looking at long term. Long term as in like a couple of days. It's just going to be a basic short play on structure, and we have some downward momentum on the higher time frames, and we are hitting areas of structure which align with our fibs. So this is USD Japanese yen, guys. Hopefully you guys are making some money, taking some trades along the way. And another thing is with this target, it's likely that we would hit, I'll just do this real quick. It's likely we're going to do something like this because TP1, we'll do TP1, we'll do TP. This is an area of structure, major support, and then this is going to be monthly. So we might see some resistance here though, because like I said, this was a 78 fib zone, and it did have some structure as well, as we can see here from the past, but it's less significant than this. So keep that in mind, guys. We might see some resistance, but ultimately our TP is going to be down here. So this is USD Japanese yen, and I'll see you guys in the next